In our collective fight against corruption, we must harness and motivate the energy, passion, and determination of the nation's young people to build the future we desire.
Today I call our youth, seek knowledge, be of integrity, and be courageous. Stand bold, stand firm, stand united.
Hello and welcome to Transparency Files, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offenses weekly television program. I am your host, Hawa Sani Garba. Each year, on the 9th of December, the global community marks International Anti-Corruption Day, a powerful reminder that corruption is not confined by borders, but is a shared challenge demanding a united response. This year's theme, Uniting with Youth Against Corruption, Shaping Tomorrow's Integrity, recognizes that young people are far more than future leaders. They are dynamic agents of change here and now. By empowering our youth with strong values, practical tools, and genuine opportunities, we equip an entire generation to confront corruption at its roots and to build a future where integrity is celebrated and accountability is expected. In this edition, we bring you highlights from Nigeria's 2025 International Anti-Corruption Day commemorations, here directly from the ICPC chairman, Dr. Musa Adamu Aliyu, SAN, on why engaging youth is vital to this fight, and explore how young Nigerians can lead the charge for a more honest society. Also, in the program, we shall have updates from our state offices and other engaging features. Please stay tuned. If you are just joining us, a very well welcome to Transparency Files. This past Tuesday, the Interagency Task Team on Anti-Corruption commemorated the 2025 International Anti-Corruption Day at Abuja Shehu Musa Yar Adua Center. The event brought together key stakeholders, including the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, SAN, anti-corruption agencies, civil society organizations, and most significantly, young Nigerians eager to champion a national culture of integrity. ICPC Chairman Dr. Musa Adamu Aliyu, SAN, delivered a compelling address urging Nigerian youth to take a courageous and principled stand against corruption. Let's hear from the chairman now.
The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offenses Commission, ICPC, in carrying its tripartite mandate of enforcement, prevention, and public education, continues to prioritize youth-focused initiatives. Today, I affirm our commitment to strengthening anti-corruption education, enhancing digital reporting mechanisms, expanding campus integrity clubs, and deepening community partnerships that nurtures ethical leadership. Our goal is to create platforms where young voices do not only participate, but lead. It is important to highlight that the Commission has already made significant strides in engaging the youth through NYSC anti-corruption lectures in all NYSC camps, NYSC/ICPC community development activities, anti-corruption clubs in schools, and our integrity lecture series for secondary schools. We are shaping young minds with integrity values. We have also created opportunities for young people to express themselves through debates, poetry, and arts competitions. And in previous years, we have convened the Anglophone Youth Forum to foster a culture of integrity across the region. In addition, our partnership with NELFund in helping to ensure that the student loan program is transparent, inclusive, and resistant to fraud. Today, I call our youth, seek knowledge, be of integrity, and be courageous. Stand bold, stand firm, stand united. Corruption threatens our dream, but integrity strengthens them. Together, let us build a future where honesty is honored, accountability is the norm, and corruption has no safe place to hide.
Thank you for staying with us. The chairman's call to action is unequivocal. Stand bold, stand firm, and stand united. Young Nigerians truly hold the key to a corruption-free society. Their energy, innovation, and moral courage provide a formidable foundation for building enduring systems of integrity. Yet, empowering youth requires more than just rhetoric. It demands deliberate investment in education, in skills development, and in creating meaningful avenues for participation in governance. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi SAN, reinforced this very point in his keynote address. Let's take a listen.
This year's theme, uniting with the youth against corruption, shaping tomorrow's integrity, underscores the central role of the youth as catalysts for social change. In our collective fight against corruption, we must harness and motivate the energy, passion, and determination of the nation's young people to build the future we desire. This high-level seminar focuses on youth engagement in the fight against corruption and the implementation of the National Anti-Corruption Strategy, NACS 2022-2026. We remain focused on implementing the National Anti-Corruption Strategy 2022-2026 and its action plan. As we reflect on our collective fight against corruption, it is important to highlight the central role of young Nigerians. They are the carriers of our nation's aspirations, the custodians of our democratic future, and the most critical partners in building a corruption-free society.
The head of the Technical Unit on Governance and Anti-Corruption Reforms, Mrs. Jane Onwumere, also emphasized the particular significance of this year's youth-focused theme. She noted that young citizens are not merely beneficiaries of good governance, but active co-architects of it. When armed with knowledge and opportunity, they gain confidence in the system and become more committed to shaping a transparent and accountable future.
Today's gathering is especially meaningful because it reflects a shared truth that tomorrow's integrity rests significantly in the hands of the youth. The theme, therefore, is not just a slogan, but a call to action and a reminder that young people are not only beneficiaries of good governance, they are co-architects of it. Corruption has affected lives and the economy negatively in many ways. One of such is the Japa wave, which has seen young Nigerians leave the country in droves in search of greener pastures. This syndrome has drained the country of resources and human capital. It has, in many situations, split the family unit, a critical foundation for anti-corruption efforts. In line with the theme of the day, we'll be learning from young people their perspective on the most impactful ways to curb corruption and ensure effective service delivery.
The fight against corruption cannot succeed without the active involvement of young people, from classrooms to boardrooms, from social media to community halls. Young Nigerians have the power to reject corrupt practices and insist on accountability. This, of course, requires bravery, particularly in environments where corruption has become normalized. The day's event featured dynamic engagements, including panel discussions and a lively debate among secondary school students, triumphantly won by Model Girls Secondary School, Maitama. Welcome back. Now it's time for Know Your Act. How well do you understand the Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Act 2000, the enabling legislation of the ICPC? we spoke to a lawyer from our Legal Services Department who will explain what the Act stipulates concerning obstruction of inspection or search.
Section 41 of the Act is specifically talking about obstruction of duty of an officer in the course of the discharge of his official duties. What this section is talking about is simply that where an officer is investigating or is discharging his obligation, any person who obstructs that officer has or is said to have committed an offense. Obstruction can be for instance, somebody is going to execute a search warrant and the person now is resisting or denying the officers of the commission from entering the property where the search is going to be executed, or when officers of the commissions are going to arrest somebody and the person who or maybe someone is now trying to resist that arrest, or the commission is requesting for information or document from somebody and that person is not willing to comply with that lawful request. So this is the content of the provision of Section 41 of the ICPC Act. What usually happens when something like this happens is for the commission now to arrest the person who obstructed its investigation or its operation and bring him to the commission, investigate the allegation against him, and file a formal charge against him before a court of competent jurisdiction. And the punishment for that act is clearly provided under Section 41, paragraph F, where it says the punishment is 1 year imprisonment with no option of fine.
Before we conclude this week's edition, here is a roundup of activities from our state offices across the nation. Khadijat Ibrahim is our guide.
A report from Lagos State reveals that the ICPC has inaugurated the Anti-Corruption and Transparency Unit, Act 2, of the Federal College of Education, AKUKA. The resident Anti-Corruption Commissioner, represented by Mrs. Hadiza Rimi, commended the institution for demonstrating commitment to integrity and accountability. ICPC's Rabiat Omar spoke on the responsibilities of Act 2, while Abbas Inuwa delivered a paper on preliminary investigation. Similarly, the ICPC Katsina State Office inaugurated the Anti-Corruption and Transparency Unit, Act 2, of the Federal Polytechnic Daura. ICPC's Mr. Sulaiman Meishanu congratulated the institution and encouraged its management to view the Act 2 as a supportive ally whose activities will positively contribute to the growth and integrity of the Polytechnic. Coming from Sokoto State, ICPC has inaugurated the Anti-Corruption Vanguard and sensitized students of the College of Nursing Sciences, Sokoto, on the importance of upholding integrity in the medical profession. During the session, Abdullahi Ibrahim Aliyu of the Commission warned that practices such as bribery, negligence, and falsification of records erodes public trust and can lead to loss of lives. He urged the students to embrace honesty, accountability, and transparency throughout their academic and professional careers. Coming from Anambra State, ICPC held a sensitization program at the College of Masters, Awka, which resulted in the formation of the Students Anti-Corruption Club. Representing the resident Anti-Corruption Commissioner, Mr. Oba Alexos highlighted the Commission's mandates and common corruption issues in schools. The school's principal, Mr. Okeke Mmadu, appreciated the initiative and pledged full support to sustain and strengthen the club as an active partner in promoting integrity within the school.
I am a Nigerian, a highly cultured race. My culture abhors corruption, and with my integrity, a new Nigeria is possible. I say no to corruption today to build a future for my children. Join me and imbibe the culture of integrity to build a Nigeria of our dreams.
And that brings us to the end of today's Transparency Files. The 2025 International Anti-Corruption Day serves as a potent reminder the future of integrity rests in the hands of the young. By furnishing them with values, opportunities, and unwavering support, we foster a generation that will not stand for corruption. Join us again next week, Friday at 6:30 in the evening on the NTA Network and NTA International. Thank you for watching. Have a splendid day and goodbye.